Let's go ahead and have you lie on your back. And I'm going to go ahead and change the dynamic of what's happening with your shoulders here first. Oh, okay. Yeah, shoulder things. Go ahead and keep going. Go down a little bit further for me. Okay. There you go. Now the head is on the headrest. So let's see what we got in through here. Okay, actually not too bad. Now he's got, that doesn't feel too bad in there as far as the shoulders. This here moves nice. You feel that? That may be a little sore because, you know, it's got other tissues in through there. But that's one of the things we look for. So I come over in through here and you feel the difference. That's the bicep head, right?
Yeah.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to see what happens with the movement. Sore, huh?
Yeah.
Now the interesting thing though is the head almost feels like it's swollen in that space. So that space feels swollen, which is kind of interesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open this stuff up. So let's bend it here, push this here, a little bit of clunky clunk. We know that we got rotation between the shoulder blades. Almost everybody does. And you know, it doesn't matter if it's male or female. This is almost always the way it is. We got to open this space. So I've got to push it this way, right? And there you go. Feel it open? Oh, dude, that's a lot. Okay, so now, in addition to that, I've got almost a dip in through here compared to the other side. Very, very anterior in through here on this side. Which side was it that was symptomatic? Is it the other side?
Right.
Oh, it's the right side. Okay. So that correlates with what we have. So what we're going to do is I've got to open this up. And this may be sore. We see this with a lot of swimmers.
Oh.
Dr. Manny, you want to hit that button for me?
Good.
Yeah, right? Okay. Now, you hanging in there?
Yeah.
Yep. There he goes. I felt that clear in the elbow. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to derotate this. Slide this into the space. Feel that clunk? Felt that clear in the elbow. Let's see what we got here. So serratus doesn't feel bad. Teres major's feeling a little bit screwy, so I'm going to bump that muscle just like that. Now, the interesting thing is most of the time, with a lot of people with kind of some of the spiral line stuff, this here a lot of times is super anterior, but in this case it's here also. So that may be due to the additional curvatures that we've got in there that we found on x-ray. There you go. Now, let's get this out of there too. Come on. Okay. Go ahead. It didn't make any noise. That's okay. Go ahead and bring both your arms up now. What's that feel like?
Opening up. Yeah.
Feels more space, right?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of times we'll go in through here and see what else we've got and see, you know, underneath there, like that little spot. So, you feel that clunk?
Oh my God, vibration.
Yeah. And that can close down on your hands, right?
Yeah.
So all those muscles, the anterior and posterior, all those inner exchanges that hold your shoulder blade on and your shoulder on together, the humerus and shoulder blade, all that. Now go ahead and raise your arms up again. Feel the difference?
Oh, yeah.
So there's a big knot in there that I just decompressed.
Yeah.
Okay? So pretty cool. So now what we got to do is I got to drop this down. All right, so with this, you know, there's a lot of angry in here. Yeah, right in through here, this whole section's mad. Tell you what, Doc, you want to feel this? Get in there and feel that right suboccipital range. You just kind of share what you're feeling there. You feel all those, it's all jammed up on that right side.
Suboccipital triangle.
Yeah, it's like in conniptions. Mm-hmm. It's always surprising, you know, that you have that and that it's not more painful than what it is. So he has what we look at as a right head, left neck. So what we're going to do right now, Mario, is we're going to go ahead and slide your head back on straight, okay? So, yeah. And we use the drops because that kind of helps ensure that it's very, very short. very short. All right, now this is going to be very powerful. Oof. All right, how you doing?
Good.
Dr. Manny, want to feel that?
Much better. Holy crap.
So now what we're going to do is there's very little rotation actually. And you can probably feel that it's not super sticky in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take that as an LP, which is opposite to the right translation of the head, right? So now just a little bit of rotation. Clunk. All right, feel it again.
Supple.
So you got that supple component. So that's probably your nickname, huh, Mario?
Yeah.
Yep. You're fun like that. All right. So what we're going to do is we got the LP, so that means we're going to do an RP on the Atlas. So you hanging in there?
Yes.
All right. So there you go. Go ahead and feel that again, Dr. Manny. We just keep breaking it down. You see how that is? So I mean, I think that's what's important. And Mario, we appreciate you letting Dr. Manny jump in there too, because it's kind of cool, don't you think, to have a young doctor in there with the mix. So now what we got to do, we got a body rotation in through here. This one's a little bit more significant. Oh, I felt your jaw go a little bit too, buddy.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'm going to go this way then. Oh, nice. Uh-huh. You feel down into your shoulder blades at all?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So, they all go together. Yeah, dude, this is something. Now I've got a big nasty there at 7. And that's where everything starts going sideways, when we go and compare that to the x-rays, right? So we know we got a body left at 7. So, or a body right at T1. Are you feeling that down the middle of your back?
Feeling looser.
Yeah, we're in process.
Yeah.
All right, so, since you try not to hit the same side over and over and over again, right? But I'm gonna do spinous rotation on this. We also have C7s in anterior. So what I have to focus on that is rotation, not P to A motion, right? So I'm going to see if I can do a little bit of a push there on 7. So you got that button for me so I don't have to play Twister?
Yeah.
Thanks. All right, so, and again, motion. Feel that clunk in there? Feels strange probably. Now, I've got posteriority. So now at 7, or at T1, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and kind of hold this number 7 in place. You see that, Dr. Manny? Right here in place. So it doesn't move. Oh, wow, that's stuck. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Feel that let go? Whoa. Good. Feel that wiggle in there now?
Yeah, it's going.
Yeah. Yeah, your body. When was the last time you got adjusted again?
May.
You need some love, man. Okay, so now what we want to do is come back in through here and see how the ribs tie in. So you can feel this is like chronic tension. Chronic. Now, the other component is the collarbone. Yeah, that collarbone's been out for a minute. However,
Forever.
yeah, so what I can try to do is pull that back in since that was interesting. You can feel I'm not trying to kill you, but it's significant, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I think you get junk. I like to call it, dirt or sawdust in the joints that remain dysfunctional for a while, and they get kind of junky, gooey almost. Okay, so I've got your neck. Dr. Manny, you want to feel his neck real quick? Tell me what you feel.
Very nice.
A lot different, huh?
Yeah.
And how does the patient feel?
Yeah, it's
Opening?
moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try and decompress that space between his shoulder blades. Now I've got his shoulders moving, I've got his head function, we've opened up the neurology from shoulders into neck and vice versa. So now, give me a hand, I'm going to help you up. Up you go. Go ahead and face Dr. Manny there. So now what we're going to do is that, go ahead and, firstly, before we get there, go ahead and turn your head back and forth. And what's it feeling like in there? Still a little bindy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so interlace your fingers behind your head. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what I can do to open this space. All right. All right, relax those shoulders.
Oh.
Relax the shoulders. Dr. Manny, I'm going to have you do this. I can't do it. Okay. All right, now what you're going to do is you're going to tilt him forward a little bit. Okay. And what you're going to do is, with your legs, drive straight up. Sure. And when you do it like that, now he's got to kind of relax those shoulders. So as soon as he relaxes it, you know what I mean? So, and then you can rotate a little bit in there too. So you feel the sticky spot?
Right.
So go ahead and go to the sticky spot, rotate it that direction, and then let, the shoulders have to release simultaneously, and then, give him some love real quick, all right? So you with me on what we're doing? Mm-hmm. Okay. You feel how he's guarding?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's splinting big time in through there. That a boy. Good job. I heard it.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you feel how that decompresses.
Oh, yeah.
So now what we want to do is we want you to go ahead and turn your head now. Yeah. Turn that head as far as you can. Uh-huh. There you go. You feel that difference in there?
Yeah.
You get, and feel this. Feel how these muscles, you're under load right now, and the muscles are now not gristly. And you felt how the scalenes were nasty and angry? Yeah, that's fine. So, anyway, there you go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to have you face in the hole. Okay? So now we got to get the pelvis working again. Oh. Now we may come back to, pubic symphysis and things like that as well, but we'll hold off on that for the moment. Let's go ahead and go right leg up high as you can backwards. Got it. Other one. All right. So it's easier on that left side. So we're going to call that left apex. You're doing the note, yeah?
Already easier.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So the right leg is short, prone, about 1/2 inch. It goes to easily 1 3/4 inches, short second position. That touches, this won't touch unless I bust it off. And we won't be busting it off today for you, okay? All right. So we're going to get that sacrum going. So the big portion of that sacrum has to do with this dysfunction here, right? But we also have a posteriority, and then we have a counter rotation here. So the pelvis also has some issues. So what I'm going to do is, even though you don't have what I call CBS or crooked booty syndrome, which I thought was a very clever term,
Heck yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and put these blocks in here while I adjust your sacrum. The pelvis is in a more corrective state, so that we can do some stuff with it. But it's kind of a, kind of like lining up the groove, so to speak. Does that make sense? So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this, shove it over here. That's a lot. So now what I can do is I can derotate this. Oh, dude, that's, wow. Feel the difference in that little puppy there? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the sagittal component next. So I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to drop this down. Let me double check my right listing in through. That's an EX. So I'm going to do a combo move. I'm going to shove this right straight through here, and you see how that block is there to support it after I'm done. And I'm blocking this so that it doesn't go the wrong way either. So you see, can you feel that tension in your pelvis right now? All right, so when I do that, I'm also going to close down this joint, which is going to burn here, all right? Just compression of the neurology within the SI joints. And so you feel me tensing up, right? Now I'm going to bring this in. Feeling me, right? Yeah, that's something else. All right, so I'm going to just tap these because right in here, this is a little tight. So I'm going to tap the trokes in through there, see if I can get a little relaxation. You know, if you kind of relax the psoas major, then the erectors kind of get a little looser too. And you can feel how that tone's different already. Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
So there may be more trochanteric stuff to do in there. He's got, you know, a bit of an angry erector there on that right side, which goes and correlates with T10. So he's got T10 apex in through there. Always interesting to do this. So we're going to come in through here. Yeah, you feel the knots. Oh, feel this one? Well, it's huge. The whole thing's global, man. So we're going to go ahead and bump this nicely. And then we're going to get in here. This is going to be a little mean. Uh-huh, I know, right? Can you hang in there?
Yes, sir.
All right. This'll actually, what we found is that if people have like swollen legs, it really will help drain it. All right, so this, a little different in here. I'm going to take this with a little bend and reset it. Oh, man, that's tight. I'm trying to be nice, but it's... Do you feel that? And then in there, this here's the real deal, man, but I don't have to dry needle yet. I can get this done this way and not break the skin. Hang in there. And rotation. Come on. There you go. You hanging in there?
Yes.
Now, the other thing is feel the tone difference in here. When you clear out all of this other stuff in here, even up to your neck will relax. So there's a lot going on. Now he's blocked and he's almost dead on, with the exception of just a slight shift. This one here, both of them now bend. There's no pressure on the knee. How cool is that?
Yeah, very
Wait.
nice.
All right, so now what I have to do is I got a left post and I got a counter at 5. So Dr. Manny, yeah, is it kind of itching almost?
Yeah.
Yeah, weird stuff. Well, Dr. Manny, what I'm going to do is I need you to come over here, right? And so what we're going to do, you and me, we're going to counter push, because he's got a nasty right in through here. So I'm going to get out of your way, and so I'm going to go this way. You come straight down, okay? So ready? Let's open this up. All right, tighten it up a little bit. All right, and 1, 2. Good job. You feel that unwind in there?
Yeah.
That's probably weird, wasn't it? Wow. Feel how loose that is, Doc. That was a huge counter rotation in his low back. So, anyway, get in through there. These are body rotation components. Clunk. Now, he had a left at 3, so I drove straight down. So what I could do is come over here on this spinous. Now that I've driven this down and I know the apex is here, I can come back and just do the spinous now that everything's moving. So I'm going to hook on that, clunk, slid right into place. So now we start getting into the right side T10. Apex is 6.7 degrees in there. We've got rotational components, 3 through 12's body right. All right. So what we'll do is kind of go through here, but we're also going to affect the rib heads at those local levels. Feel that clunk? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Come on. Feel how deep that is? You feel that in your lower sternum? It's where that bind was. So I'm going to go ahead and go up until I get about here. And then we've already addressed that some. Go ahead and put both of them up, will you? We've already addressed that some. And I'm going to come back here and work on that apex here. Even though it's very, very short. Now we come in through here. So this is where we start getting into the weeds again. So we've got left at 2. We've got right at 1. And these are body rotational components, right? So I know there's still a little bit more I can get out of this body rotation here. I'll get it with my elbow. Feel that in your chest? Yeah, all over and through there. So that's going to change the entire dynamic of the upper range. Yeah, dude, do you feel that? All right, so I've got a bit more rib stuff to get in through there. So 3's a body right. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to bump 3. Nice. All right. Yeah, this is rib stuff. All right. So I'm gonna get a little bit more. I got spinous stuff. There's a lot going on in there. That is tight. Yeah. You know, even surgeons will tell you that, you know, when the curvatures up top there are bad, they're super tight to try and surgically get out of there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now I'm going to come back over here and get the global push at 10, 11. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I know, right? Well, your body's it's not been happy for a minute. Okay, so now I'm going to pull those out. So what we're going to do now, you can still see some remnants of that rib cage in through there. Let's go ahead and put your hands back where they were up here. And let's have you raise your right leg up high as you can. See what that looks like, feels like. Other one. Looks like and feels like. What's that feel like in through there right now?
Feels a little bit tension here.
Uh-huh.
It's easier.
Yep.
And then it's kind of blocking.
Okay.
Here.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do exactly that. We're going to block under here, okay? That's going to be like a trochanter block. The other component is that's an AS. So, and also, I believe, yeah, it's an IN too. So we're going to go ahead and drop this first. And then we're going to go ahead and drop through here. You may feel a swing or irritation all the way through. Ka-chunk. Okay. Did that change that in here? Yeah, isn't that cool? So now what we're going to do is raise your right leg up high as you can again, and then your left leg up high as you can.
Yeah.
Different, huh?
Oh yeah, easier, smoother.
So there's still something that's a little bindy in there, but this portion feels pretty good. So what I'm going to look for here is see if there's a little rib that's causing, like right there. Okay, let's do right leg up again. Good, other one. Okay, so still good?
Yeah.
All right, so what I want to do now is I want to flip you over, have you lie on your back, okay? I want to see what your internal rotation is, because when you lift those legs, they don't go straight back. They kind of roll in. Your pelvis rolls across as opposed to straight.
Yes.
So pants may be a little problem here, but you doing okay?
Yeah, that's good.
All right, so you feel that block?
Oh, yeah.
Feel that block too?
Yeah.
So now what we're going to do is we're checking to see what internal rotation is. This here's being, wow. Do you feel that?
It's stuck.
Is that in your glute?
No, it's in the hip, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead, Dr. Manny. I want you to feel that too. It's stuck there.
This is yeah. Look.
Yeah. So now what we need to do, we need to see if it's a pubic thing, right? All right. So if you know where your pubic bone is, right?
Yeah.
You make sure all your stuff's down below that, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my fingers on top of that. And so, sore spot, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's sore on both sides. A lot of times it'll be opposite of, right, the sore spot. So we're going to come back on top there, okay? I'm gonna go back over here, and I think, yeah, no, sorry, dude.
That's okay.
But don't you find that interesting? I think it's a high on this side, even though it's binding over here. So what I'm gonna do is, and part of that is the shift that you have in through there. So when I hit you here, just so you know, just like everybody else, it's not fun. Try not to hit me. You knock me down. All right. All right. So, and it's a big shocker.
Oh.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
All right. So now what we want to do is want to see what this is going to do. That's tons better. And we'll come in through here and see what this is going to do. Feel the difference in that?
Oh,
Is that insane?
huge.
Big difference.
Huge.
You know? And so what we're going to do now is I'm going to finish this. This is going to be a shocker too. All right? One more. And you may feel that in through your knee as well. Dr. Manny, you want to go ahead and check that rotation again, buddy? Sure. Look at that.
Very good. Wow.
Isn't that amazing? And then go ahead and check the other side, because sometimes it'll crisscross bind on you, right? But it didn't. Excellent. So,
Quick pump.
now, real quick, I'm going to touch the top here. Is that still tender?
No.
Isn't
No,
that amazing?
I had a hernia operation here, so that may be why.
Well, but you didn't jump off the table when I just touched it again.
Yeah.
That's pretty much a win.
It's good.
It's
Oh, yeah.
settled.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we did the same thing at official strongman games that we just came back from, so which is way cool. You know, and we had a lot of people that have this kind of issue, and it's worldwide. It really is. So, gun me hands. I'm going to help you up here. Let's go nose in the hole again. Alrighty. That's what we keep doing. We keep testing our work. Have you noticed that?
Oh yes.
Look at it, test it.
Multitask.
Now, for whatever reason, you see how his feet position are different too. I don't know if anybody's noticed that, but that's kind of interesting.
Well, it's so nice and light. to
Right?
go around, yeah.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and have you raise your right leg up high as you can. Good. Other one. See how he still has the tendencies, but look at the power in that. And, you know, he's just not used to, and this is where the rehab comes into play with your physical therapists, your athletic trainers, and those guys. I don't have to do this. All I do is surgically I reset it, if you want to call it such a thing. Just like the real doctors, right? The real surgeons. And then they go ahead and they send them to PT after a correction's been made. And it could be a great partnership, I think. So, all right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to have you sit up. And then we'll have Dr. Manny do your ankles.
Yeah.
So your butt will go here on that end. And your heel will go right here. And so we'll do one at a time. So just let the other ankle, rest. That way it de-stresses your back a little bit. And then also we'll need to thread the needle on both sides. So I'm going to step away and let you guys do your thing. And I'll zip over there to check it. Okay. Just for giggles. Doing all right, Mario?
Yeah, excellent.
There you go. All right, coming around you here, brother. So just to make sure that we've got all the motion out of there like we want, right? So there's that. That looks good. But Doc, what I feel is that little spot right there. You want to feel it?
Yep.
Okay. So what I'm going to do here, bring this in. Yeah, that was a tough one. Go ahead and feel it now. Okay. That might make you wet yourself a little bit, right? You know what? There's a lot of neurology in this, in the feet and the ankles and the nerves. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, traction that out a little bit, right? There you go. Look at that.
Sweet.
Is that, I mean, it's just like freedom, right?
Yeah.
So, Dr. Manny, if you would, go ahead and get the other one.
Relief.
In something you didn't even know was bothering
Like the
you.
blood is flowing.
That's
you know?
so weird.
So the other foot here? Yep.
You're doing great. A lot of bones in there. Just trying to make sure they're all together.
They're all moving.
Mm-hmm. Well, and moving together. You know what? Listen, here's the
Yeah.
thing. You know, in school, we're always taught, you know, based upon the dead Chinese skeleton, you know, all the joints are exactly this way. Well, they're not.
Yeah.
You know, so if you never see X-rays and you don't notice all those little nuances,
Yeah.
then, you know, I mean, your angle of correction is different than mine, his, and hers. It just is. So scoot back a smidge. I'm going to put you here. That'll be a little more
I
comfortable.
got two different feet.
And that's the other thing, you know.
Yeah.
See, that foot's good there. This one right here, Dr. Manny.
Gotcha.
I think what I'm going to do is, again, take this in through here and open that, right? So we'll take that. Ka-chunk. Look at that. And see, and this is the thing, you know, when we're working with our doctors, we want to show them, you know, what it is it's supposed to be like, right?
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and feel that, Doc. You know, the before and after. But your foot is also different than my foot, different than his foot. So even though it looks like we're doing the same kind of thing, maybe we have to hit one bone a couple different directions to go ahead and get the hook right.
Exactly.
Even if you look at a lot of people, their feet, their arches, even on, you know, one foot versus the other is different on you. And, you know, a lot of times it's like shoes, I think, should be made for each foot.
Yeah.
They really should.
Exactly.
You know? Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and grab your shoes real quick, and then we're going to have you put those on. And then we're going to have you do your squat and everything, okay? And then did you get the overhead press and stuff done too, Doc?
Yeah, we did.